Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Surreal Saloon.
Night, this is going to be just you wait to see why it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on our face when the saloon becomes surreal. I swear I was falling, it's almost like being like being love.
What a cool sensation. I look in the mirror. I looked like this yesterday, so I changed. Good. I'm going to transform my cunt into a penis, keeping the clitoris of implants in my forehead like the Mona Lisa and hang myself up by my piercings. It'll create new feelings. I'll call it art. Swap my legs for a table, eat my head, call it hybrid. With nanotechnology, we'll rearrange our atoms, put in our parts and take them out at pleasure. You see, life on Earth has always been very boring for me. That's why I bought a full-size doll, a perfect love life, to my own specifications. We fuck all day, and the neighbours can hear me say, yes, it's a strange world, it's a strange world, and yes, it's more beautiful than you or I can know. War 40% limbs back into war 40% of those prosthetic. I'm not alone. No. Free from your lies, you're so satisfied.
I went to this transgender clinic in Newton Abbot. There's only 3 in the country and there's 1 in Newton Abbot. Why? When I put forward the possibility of not having my dick chopped off, because a lot of people that do go through the SRS, sexual reassignment surgery, get really depressed and they miss it and they can commit suicide and things. But they were like, oh, no, you can't have she-males walking around, that's just creates all kinds of social nightmares. And for them, they've got this, again, they've got this completely bipolar view of sex. You're a guy, or you're a girly, just like that film. At the beginning, unfortunately, I'm talking about educated psychologists who are working at Newton Abbot Gender Identity Clinic, and you've got feelings about gender identity confusion or dysphoria, as they call it. Then they're all too willing to recommend that you have the chop, and it's depressing. It really is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's George Lazenby.
Explain why you feel men aren't redundant. You've got about a minute and a half now.
Well, I like them for a start. There's balance, isn't there? And the male and the female, it makes a whole. That's what I believe, and I think we experience that within ourselves and in the world. I think it's a good union, and I think we have a lot to learn from each other as well. I like the differences.
That's fantastic, but if all the men died, then I would become man and woman, just to balance that out, which is quite interesting, yeah.
Do you think?
Yes, of course. Women are just as masculine as men are. If they weren't there to fill in that role, then we would become that. We would become both.
Well, okay, that's an extreme situation, and I have no way of knowing whether that's actually true, Josephine. But we have all the men here, and I think actually there's a lot of balance in being able to celebrate your own femininity as a woman and your own masculinity as a man, and not feeling the need to apologise for that or to apologise for the opposite element in yourself either. I think we are different creatures. There are big differences, I think.
And there are hermaphrodites.
Yes, that's a bit.
And nobody ever talks about them. They just sort of get operated on. I'm definitely a woman, because I don't only have one thing on my mind. I tend to have lots of things on my mind.
I don't know. Someone said that they didn't have only one thing on their mind and they were a man.
Yes, that was over here.
Oh, you.
Yes. What things do you have on your mind if you're not thinking about, you know?
This is this pre-misconception that all we think about is sex. I mean, for God's sake. There's football, there's drinking.
All right, I'm ready.
But okay, fair enough.
Thank you so much. We will return to that subject.
That's it. Yeah.
Intuitive interfaces, actually, just because a keyboard is a really obvious thing to do with all kinds of preconceptions, whereas in this one that we're going to play with in a minute, it's just got some metal screws on the front, and all you have to do is touch them with your body and you're away.
Okay.
Alright, are you the last man in the chain? Touch that. That sound you can hear now is an E. That's a constituent part of speech. We need lots of different sounds like t's and airs and e's and r's and oo's to put together to make speech.
Okay.
You can do it electronically, which is really clever, and it puts them all back together in the right order and makes speech. This one, I've made his brain go completely haywire, and as a result, he now talks absolute garbage.
Actually, what do you use it for?
Entertaining people.
Okay. Are you entertained?